Hi, my name is Sarisha and I am from Bridge Afterschool. If you've never met me, if you have met me, definitely miss you. It's been a while. We are making these videos to teach you things, to get back into crafting, to activities, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make chips out of tortillas. So you can either have corn tortillas or flour tortillas, and then you can make chips. If you have dip, salsa, guacamole, hummus, any kind of dip that you need a chip for, you can make these in the microwave. Super easy. At Bridge, we always do a word of the day, and today's word is gripe. It's a verb and it means to complain in a persistent or irritating way. So to continuously complain. And to use it in a sentence, you could say, most people really like to gripe about the weather this time of year, but personally, I kind of like when it's cold. So now that we've done the word of the day, one of the most important parts of Bridge, all right, well, we'll get into the cooking. Here are all the ingredients that you need, the things that you need, and let's get into it. All right, we are going to make chips in the microwave. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need either flour or corn tortillas. You're gonna need some kind of oil. You can use the spray stuff. If you don't have the spray, use a cooking brush to get just a little bit of oil on the tortillas. We're gonna get into that in a second. Don't use a craft brush because there might be paint in there and that would not be good. You're gonna need a plate and you're gonna need something to cut on. You're gonna need a knife, which you also have to be very careful about, and you'll need some salt. And then at the end, we might make some nachos with these chips. So in that case, you're gonna definitely need some cheese. Before we begin, you wanna take you wanna make sure that your hands are washed. That's what you gotta do before we start at all. You always wanna wash your hands before you cook. But we'll start with the corn tortillas. So we have 3 of them here, and you're gonna carefully take your knife and you're gonna cut them into halves, and then you're gonna cut it into quarters. So you should have little pieces that look like this. And you're gonna lay them out on your plate, just like this. And if you don't have a knife, you can also just tear the pieces. They just won't be as exact. So you're gonna lay them out on your plate, and you're gonna wanna make sure they're not really overlapping too much. You don't wanna do what's called crowding the plate. So you wanna put them on, kinda wanna give them some room. If you can't make them in one batch, that's okay. I'm gonna just try to fit as many as we can onto one plate. And the next step, I'm gonna take the oil, I'm gonna put it in a little dish. I'm gonna take the oil, and I'm going to use the brush and just brush a little bit of oil onto each tortilla. What's gonna become a chip. If you put too much on one, you can always put them together, rub it around so that it becomes kind of even, equal. And you want to do this to every chip. And if you have a bigger plate, you'll be able to make more chips at a time. And then you want to flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. So you have all what will be chips on the plate, and then you're gonna put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. And now we wait. So once the microwave goes off, you're gonna wanna take a towel or an oven mitt or something that can protect your hands because the plate is gonna be hot. So you're gonna get them from the microwave, you're gonna pull them out, and you're gonna immediately put salt on them. Nobody really likes a chip that isn't salty, right? And then you're gonna wait. You want them to cool off so that you can get them off the plate. And what they're gonna end up looking like is this. And another chip. If your chip is stuck to the plate, which it might be, you can grab a butter knife and just go under the edge of the chip and pull it off. So you could use your knife, but I don't think that's a very good idea. So just to get it off the plate. And then you eat them because they're delicious. Or you make more and then eat them because they're delicious. Or you can make some nachos. So let's make some nachos. So we can take a bunch of chips. These are chips that I made earlier. And you can put them on the plate and then just add a little or a lot cheese, whatever. Make sure that your cheese is open. Mine does not look like it is. Oh man! Take some scissors and you open your cheese. Probably should have done that first. But you open your cheese, you just take a little handful and you sprinkle it on chips. You can also do this for just like regular chips. And then you put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. You don't want to over microwave this or the cheese will burn. And you want the cheese to still be kind of gooey. Use your rag or whatever, oven mitt, and take it out. And now you have cheesy nachos. So when you do flour, you're gonna wanna cut it into a little bit of a smaller pieces. So instead of fourths, you're gonna wanna cut it into eighths. So they're a little bit smaller. And then instead of 3 minutes, you're gonna wanna do 2 minutes. Because if you put them in too long with flour, they might burn. Once those flour tortillas are out of the microwave, see that they're steaming. You want to put a little salt on them. Really make sure that you have this because it's hot. And then these ones, you don't really have to wait as long. They're already pretty crispy. I will say the corn tortillas are a little bit better. But if you only have flour tortillas and you want chips, this works as well. All right, well, thanks for watching and see you next week with another word of the day and some kind of activity. Don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it's gonna be fun. Clean up after yourself.